box. Cannonball, don't trust a cop. Johnny Spotswood just don't know when to stop. Yeah, and if you don't like it, you better take your ass up to the snooty box, cause this is the loud spot. Okay, see you later.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Loud Spot. I'm your host, Sebastian Cosby, right out of Oklahoma City. I'm hanging out with a band from the LA area called AEGES. What's going on, fellas?
What's up, man? Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. So AEGES has been around for what, like a decade now? For the AEGES?
Not quite.
No.
Close.
How long you guys been playing for?
Almost. We started at the end of 2011.
Okay,
so we're getting there.
Okay, yeah, you guys are getting there, and you guys formed in Los Angeles. And now, when I first heard AEGES was coming on, I was thinking, man, I know that band. I know that band. So tell us a little history about your band and what the band has accomplished.
So like I said, we started in 2011. We've had a couple of member changes, but when it started, it was basically Tony and I are the original guys. We've been in it since day one. But our original drummer was this dude, Larry Herwig, plays in a band called Pelican, and Mark Holcomb, who played in a band called Undertow, old school hardcore guys. And we kind of just got together into 2011 wanting to do something similar to like Quicksand, Hum, Queens of Stone Age kind of stuff. That was just like the initial, guiding point. And then once we kicked things off, we put 2 records out on the Mylene Sheath, which is currently defunct. Probably forever. And after that, third record, I guess. What up, Todd? Third record, we signed to Century Media, another Century, Sony, Red, whatever the crap it was. It kept changing to a million different labels. But that's when we got our first producer, worked with Bob Marlette, who did Shinedown and Seether and stuff like Black Sabbath, stuff like that. And then now we left that, and now we're doing things solo again. I guess that's a short way to describe our musical journey on record. But I mean, we've been fortunate enough to play shows with like Tool, Torch, or no, we not Torch. Who do we play with, Tony? I'll let you answer this part. I get it all mixed up.
Well, individual shows we played with a lot of people, but like Thrice and Coheed and Cambria, cool. But we toured with Chevelle and Local H. We play. I mean, we've had a lot of great shows that we've been fortunate to do, and some great tours. But it's it's a tough business, and we haven't gotten to the point where we can headline our own tours. So we have to rely on the good, the generosity of others who like our band and want to take us out or want us to open their shows.
Right. I do want to give a shout out real quick to Todd, who said hi. His son, who's 11, just actually recorded a song with a buddy of mine and me, and so we're going to put that out. So shout out to Sean and Todd for doing that for us. So so you guys haven't headlined your own tours yet, but you guys have toured, I would assume, all over the world, right?
We haven't been outside of the U.S. Unfortunately, This band has been U.S. only. But we've toured quite a bit. But I think Tony and I would say that we'd like to tour even more. Because that's why you get into it, so you can tour and meet people and grow your fan base.
Yeah. What's the longest tour that you've ever been on, like days wise?
Me personally, or AEGES?
I guess both. I guess whatever.
I think the longest thing that AEGES was like 2 months, maybe. Not quite 2 months. We've never done super long ones. Am I right, Tony?
I mean, the longest one I've ever done was 2 months, and that was in a different band. I don't think AEGES has done ever more than 5 weeks, but I'd have to think about that. I think 5 weeks is probably the longest AEGES has ever done.
That's still a long time to be on the road.
It's pretty long. Yeah. I mean, especially like when our booking agent would always ask, like, if we want to do days off or anything like that. And ideally, no days off. Maybe like 1 a week if you have to. But, hit it hard, keep going, and then get home so you can just knock it out as quick as possible and then do it again. The longest one I think I've been on as just an artist in general was almost 6 months, I think. And it was originally supposed to be a month. Or 4 weeks. It was supposed to be 4 weeks. And things just were snowballing. And so just kept going.
Yeah, dude. So when I was on Facebook, I went to go look up your band name, and I found the Facebook page, and I was wondering how in the hell did they get the A and the E like on your logo? You know, you have the A and the E kind of together. I was like, how in the hell did they do that? And then I went on my phone and I went to go send a fake text message to like person X, you know. And if you hold down the A button, you actually get that A and the E symbol. What language is that? What is? I guess is that a symbol?
It's a Greek letter.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Tony.
I knew
Tony's grammar police and more.
I knew at one point where it came from, but it was basically when we were starting the band. It was just AGES, like the normal way to spell ages. And there was 2 different bands that contacted us that already had that name apparently, and were threatening stupid shit. So,
but they had been defunct for a while. They were just a bunch of douches.
Should I watch my language on this?
No,
okay.
No.
Tell us how you really feel, Tony.
So basically,
let it out.
I'm not going to get gratuitous with it, but I'll speak freely. Let's just say that.
Fuck those guys.
And so we talked to a lawyer, and the lawyer said, well, if they had the name before you, if you guys were to ever do anything, they would probably have a case if they wanted to sue you. So maybe either change your name, or if you really like Ages, just find a different spelling. And my girlfriend at the time said, hey, what about this cool thing? It's from, whatever. And I'm like, hey guys, my lady just recommended this thing. What do you guys think? And everybody's like, yep, looks cool to me.
It's cool.
And the biggest regret of it is that
Sharon knows what's up.
The one thing we didn't think about is if somebody is seeing it for the first time and they don't know our band, and they see the letters AEGES, no one on earth knows how to pronounce that. What the hell is that? So now
that's what you were asking me earlier.
Like, how do you pronounce it? So.
Well, to be fair, I did say it is pronounced ages, right? I did say that. I didn't. Yeah, I did. So I guess people probably say AEGES.
Yeah, AEGES. AEGES.
It's so stupid. I really wish we would have done it differently, but it's too late now.
Too late. Yeah, you can't go change it.
We're stuck with it.
At this point, you can't change it.
Yeah,
exactly.
I still like the way it looks, but I was unpleasantly surprised with how uncomfortable people were with the spelling and how like it would affect so many people's pronunciation. I thought people would just ignore it and be like, "Oh, it's Ages,"
Yeah, no. I think it looks freaking cool. No, I think the way you guys spell it looks cool. Like it stands out. I don't think there's any regrets there. I think you guys should keep it. Definitely keep it. How many albums has Ages come out with since 2011, right? Yeah.
So full lengths 4. Yeah. So we did, the first thing we released was a 2-song, 7-inch, which we put out on Hawthorne Street. And then 2 full lengths on Myling Sheath, 1 on Century Media. And then we just released, this is up for debate amongst the fans. It's either a short EP or a long EP or a short record, but we call it a short record. Draman, which was self-released, our first one. Tony's
going to 35 minutes. 35 minutes. That's enough for a full length. I mean, there's a lot of, Slayer's Rain and Blood, I think, is under 30 minutes, and that's a full record.
What Slayer's
do
like?
What they want, though.
What a 30-minute Slayer album is that like 3 songs? Aren't their songs super long?
No, it's 10. It's like their most, in my opinion, it's their most revered album. It's Rain and Blood. I think it's 10 songs.
Wow, yeah,
under 30 minutes.
So
that's the early days, I guess.
Yeah, I just say things out of my ass that I don't even know what I'm talking about half the time. I just make things up.
Well, I think they did have longer songs later in the career. I think they did get more. They had some longer stuff, but yeah, that one album, it's just a bunch of, rapid fire, short blasts, and yeah. So if they can call
like 30 minutes on a Slayer record, that takes you there.
Get this. So I'm old. So when I had that Slayer record on cassette, Rain and Blood, the classic album, it's so short that side A and side B is the whole record. It's the whole record twice.
Twice? Oh, that's amazing.
I've never I don't know of any other albums that had that, but because it was so short, they put the full album on both sides.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. And Sam just said
idea.
True. Sam says true because he knows I'm talking out of my ass all the time. That's what that's in reference to.
I love it.
So is the new single that you guys came out with, Colors, is that part of an album, or is that just a single that's being released?
We don't know yet.
Yeah, it's basically it's part of a bunch of stuff that we have done. It was the first one that we fully got mixed and mastered out of the mega bunch, which technically, if you put them together, it'd be a full record. But given the pandemic and the way of the world not being able to tour, it was just like, well, let's get something out. And we figured Colors was the right way to go. That was actually Tony's suggestion out of the lump of, that was the right one. And kudos to you, bro. It's a good job.
Good job. Good job, Tony. Good job, Tony. When is the last record that you came out with before this new single?
The last album was 2019.
Oh, so just a couple years ago.
No, 2020.
Well,
Sorry. No, it was January 2020.
Like just about a month before the pandemic hit.
Yeah. So
really? Okay.
Yeah, it's a brand new album. And I love it. I think it's a killer record. It hasn't, given the way that the world shut down and we just released it, it hasn't got as much attention as we'd like. So whoever's watching, go check it out. But given that we couldn't go do anything and we were just sitting on this record, we needed a way to kind of reach our fans again. That's why we released Colors so quickly. Yeah,
you kind of get yourself back out there since you couldn't tour. It's like, and that sucks too. You couldn't even really, and I guess, did you advertise it a lot on social media? Seems to me like the thing to do is advertise on social medias. Yeah,
we've never really done like the paid advertising and all that kind of stuff. Maybe we should have, because Colors hasn't gotten the response yet that we're quite looking for. But again, it's the first time that we've released something without being able to go out and promote it the way that we're used to. And so this is all kind of new territory for us. So we're a little slow. Things are a little slower than we would hope, but
Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and play Colors right now, and then let's talk about the music video.
Cool.
Let's add this. All right, here we go.